Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com here this evening from Shenandoah High School as we have Raider basketball this evening. Literally on both sides here we have the 15-5 Wapahani Raiders taking on the 20-1 Shenandoah Raiders. Glad to have all you with us here this evening of Friday night Indiana High School basketball. And what should be a great contest here this evening as we'll dig right into things with our Raiders Live pregame presented by B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law. As we just seen there on the screen, Shenandoah coming in 20-1, also a perfect 8-0 in the MEC Conference. A big game for both teams. Obviously, this is the regular season finale. So Wapahani, this is their last opportunity to claim the MEC Conference crown. And what should be a potentially thrilling matchup here. We'll see what happens. I know Wapahani right now, we've been playing some, a lot better basketball here of late. I've really been happy with the way we came out here. Been aggressive, played the game together and played it the right way. And it's quite refreshing, to be honest with you. We had a little bit of a tough stretch. Things just weren't working out too good for us. Defensively, we weren't there. Offensively, at times, we struggled, but for the most part, we did all right there. But, like I, talked about with the three seniors the other night after the Centerville game, how they all mentioned that the biggest thing for them right now is defense. We allow on the season 55.4 points a game. And we average scoring-wise 61.1 points per game. We've got to do a better job on the defensive end, plain and simple as that. And obviously we have the players to be able to do so. So it's not like it's it's brain science or nothing like that. You just got to go out there and play lockdown defense. We've got to bring the energy, bring the enthusiasm, and everything that goes into playing the game the right way. And not only that, but in order to win basketball games, you have to play great defense. Especially we'll be going into the sectional state tournament next week. Obviously, we have Elwood in the first round, but you get to that part of the season, you have to have your A game on both ends of the floor in every facet of the game. And right now, I still don't think that defensively we have been there. Now, last week, we played Friday night at home against Daleville, and then Saturday night at Yorktown. The defense, for the most part, was pretty good there, but again, it was just, kind of hit and miss a little bit in that Yorktown game. The Centerville game the other night, hit and miss a little bit on the, bringing the defensive intensity, but it's going to be a full 32 minutes of basketball, folks, on both ends of the floor. Bringing the energy, bringing some fun, a great atmosphere, and consistency and confidence. We've got to be confident in ourselves to be able to go out there and get the job done. Know what the task is at hand and be able to execute whatever game plan that the Raiders have for that specific game. But I've said this time and time and again, we have the team to be able to do it. Now, really to take a look at some players here, especially for Shenandoah. They are led here on the season by sophomore guard Andrew Bennett, averaging 13.8 points per game, 4 rebounds, also 5.6 assists, and 3.2 steals. He's a 38% three-point shooter and also 77% from the free throw line, which as a team, Shenandoah on the year is shooting 70% and also 40% from behind the three-point line. Which we'll get to the biggest three-point threat here in just a few moments. But also we have Jacob Kinsey, averaging 11.3 points per game, also a sophomore guard here for Shenandoah. 2.1 rebounds, 3.8 assists. He's a 35% three-point shooter and a 79% free throw shooter. And then Caden McCullough, really probably one of the biggest threats here from the three-point line on the season. Him and Evan Coors, which we'll touch on here in just a brief moment. But McCullough on the year, 11.2 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, 3.2 assists. 37 of 82, good for 45% from beyond the arc, and also 88% from the free throw line. And then Evan Kors, a senior guard here for Shenandoah, averaging 10.8 points a game, 3.4 rebounds. And like I said, the best three-point shooter on the team. He's 43 for 105, good for 41%. Those four guys specifically is who the Raiders are really going to have to keep a very close eye on here this evening. Obviously, we know what we have to do. We have a great group of young men that can play very good. At times, we've seen that throughout the year. There's been some times where, it's not always necessarily been there, but hopefully we'll be able to put a great game together tonight here for your Wapahani Raiders. So again, this has been our Raiders Live pregame presented by B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law. We'll step aside for a break. We've got the national anthem, tonight's starting lineups, and tip-off right here from Shenandoah High School. Alrighty, basketball fans, here we are with tonight's starting lineups for both teams. We'll take a look here at the Wapahani Raiders. Of course, the non-starters here, number 2, Safani Buck. Number 4, Justin Ray. Number 10, Evan Roush. Number 24, Blake Castor. Number 32, Easton Heffernan. And number 34, Caleb Henderson. Now for your starters, starting at one guard, a 5'11" junior, number 3, Trey Spence. Starting at guard, a 6-foot junior, number 12, Drew Luce. Starting at another guard, a 5'10" senior, number 15, Garrett Stanley. At one forward, a 6'1" senior, number 20, Caleb Smith. And at another forward, that should have been number 32, Easton Heffernan. We apologize for that. A senior here for Wapahani that did not show up there on the graphics, so I apologize for that. right, so now we'll take a look at the non-starters for the Shenandoah Raiders. That includes number 5, Jackson Campbell, number 10, Jasper Campbell, number 21, Cameron Grady, number 22, Peyton McCullough, and number 24, Colton Monday. Now for the starters, starting at one guard, number 4, Jacob Kinsey. At 1 number 11, Peyton Starks. Starting at another guard, number 12, Andrew Bennett. At guard, number 32, Evan Coors. And at forward, number 33, Nate Kimball. Again, the Shenandoah Raiders are coached by David McCullough. And again, here for Wapahani, Raiders are coached there by Matt Luce, assisted by Chris Willis, as well as Bennett Somerset, Jeff Andrews, and Andy Zickdrath. While they're finishing up the player introductions, again, some other information. Really want to, set the stage here for tonight's game. Wapahani coming in, it's averaging 61.1 points a game, allowing 55.4. Shenandoah averaging 66.2 points per game and only allowing 41. So both teams relatively close as far as scoring averages offensively, but defensively, Shenandoah has a very big-time advantage there on us. Obviously can get the job done on both ends of the floor. Going to be a very tough task here this evening, your Wapahani Raiders, but man, we're sure looking forward to this one here tonight. A packed house, senior night here for Shenandoah. I want to congratulate all the two seniors that they have, Evan Coors as well as Nate Kimball. I want to wish those young men here for Shenandoah best of luck in all their future endeavors. We're going to get this party started up here in Shenandoah High School. Again, we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening. I'm Brandon Morvillius here with the play-by-play call. Jordan Redbeard McCoy doing the camera work as always. And this game is now underway, and Shenandoah will start off with the first possession of the night. Up top here, we'll see number 12, Bennett. Into the corner, Coors back up top here now to Kinsey. Kinsey here on the left wing, dribbles it up top. Now down low, number 33, Kimball. Pulls it back up top to Kinsey once more. Starks dishes it down low up top. Kinsey thought about it, now outside to Kimball. Ball defended there by Easton Heffernan. And no good on that one as Stanley will come down with the rebound there. And here come your Wapahani Raiders. Again, just kind of bear with us here this evening with the camera view that we have. One end of the floor, it's going to be up close and personal. On the other end, we'll have to zoom in just a little bit more. Stanley off the mark there, a battle for the rebound. Kinsey will come away with it. And here comes Shenandoah back the other direction. Down low, and that's going to be a turnover. First one of the night here for Shenandoah. Shenandoah averages here on the season 10. Wapahani, might as well say that they average 10 as well, standing in there at 9.8. Stanley up top, guarded here by Kinsey. Spence now on the right side, takes it inside the free throw line, shots up and good. The nice vertical leap straight up in the air, finds the tray for Trey, and the Raiders lead it now 2-0. Bennett up top, guarded heavily there by Spence. And we're going to have a foul underneath. This looks to be on Caleb Smith. And indeed it will be. So that will be his first, team's first. So it's actually Bennett to inbound here for Shenandoah. Coors here on the left wing, guarded by Luce. Little shot fake, finds Bennett. Good defense there by Wapahani. Again, calling out screens. Getting a hand in on everything. Nice take to the basket there, but no good. Heffernan with the rebound. Great defense from Caleb Smith on that possession. Didn't make it easy for Starks. Smith might have got away with a travel there. Loose from downtown. Dial that one up, folks. 5-0 Wapahani after the trifecta from Drew Luce. Coors here on the right side. Again, big-time MEC conference matchup here tonight. Tonight's game will determine the MEC conference champion. Nice back cut there as Coors will be found underneath on the back cut. His first points of the night, and that will get Shenandoah on the board. Smith will hand it off to Stanley. A little bobble momentarily. So we'll just drag it back up top, set something else up here. Nice take inside. Trying to find Heffernan down low. Not a horrible decision there. But Coors now for three. A little too much air underneath that one. And it's going to be out of bounds. Or actually, rather, it looks like we might have a foul. Oh, we're going to have another foul here on Wapahani. So Smith will already pick up his second, team second. Now we'll see Evan Roush in the ball game. And also number 22, Caden McCullough, now in for Shenandoah. Down low to a wide open Jacob Kinsey for two. And again, right there, that's little things you can't have. You've got to be able to communicate. Calling out screens. It doesn't matter what happens, you've got to communicate. Spence with a handoff here to Luce. Nice little switch there from Bennett. Luce dips it down low. Now an offensive foul. Called on Drew Luce. That will now be his first, team's third. Second overall turnover here for Wapahani.
His first, team's third.
Bennett swung it there to McCullough. Now Bennett here on the right wing, guarded by Spence. Starks with a screen. Bennett for two. Won't get it to go. And Luce will corral the rebound for his first of the night. Luce pulls up for a three. No good there. Kinsey with the rebound. Here comes Shenandoah. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Bennett thought about it. Now down low, Starks. That was great defense there from Heffernan. Not much more you can do. Kept the hands straight up in the air. Very unfortunate call there, but Heffernan will pick up his first, team's fourth. So Starks now at the line. And the first one will be up and no good. Again, you really found the right guy. Starks only a 48% free throw shooter on the season. As Wapahani will see Braxton Davis enter the ball game here for the first time tonight. The second one here for Starks will be up and good. Hand on that one was Bennett, and he gets the layup. Got to do a little bit better job here on some potential pass fakes here. As now we'll see a foul called on Shenandoah. It's going to be on number 4, Jacob Kinsey, his first, team's first. We'll see Safani Buck now in here for the first time tonight. And Buck will get it taken away. Turnover number 3 now for the Raiders. or actually, pardon me, number 4. Coors finds Kinsey up top. Nice defense there from Davis, denying the basketball to getting inside there to Starks. Kinsey with a clear lane to the basket. So that's a 9-0 run here for Shenandoah after a very nice start here for Wapahani. Some of our ball handling has come back to bite us a little bit. Rouse here in the corner. Nice shot fake there. Got his man up. There you go. Attack the basket. Nice job right there of reading the defense by Garrett Stanley. So he'll collect on his first points of the night. And now Wapahani down by 2. With just under a minute and a half to play here in this first quarter. McCullough finds Coors. The deep threat there for Shenandoah knocks it down. Again, a 41% three-point shooter on the season, leading the team. Stanley now to Luce. Back. Oh, man. They could have got the ball there to Stanley maybe a second and a half sooner. Maybe would have taken a shot, maybe a little shot fake, drove inside. Off the mark there, Davis with the big time rebound and the putback. Braxton with his first points of the night, first rebound of the night as well, to make it a 12-9 ball game. Coors now back over here to McCullough as he'll look to set up the offense for Shenandoah. Kinsey outside to McCullough, off the mark there. Luce with the rebound, his second now of the night. And if I'm Wapahani right here, okay, well, pull up for the shot there, and it's going to be out of bounds. We're going to have a jump ball. The referee could not tell who that was out of bounds off of, so jump ball did go to Wapahani. But before that happened, I was just about to say, might just hold for the last shot. Davis off the mark there. Another loose basketball. And now the jump ball this time goes to Shenandoah. But I probably would have held for the last shot right here. You're only down by 3. Worst case scenario, you're down by 3 at the end of the first. So now we'll see number 32. Coors back in the ball game there for Campbell. He just came in for just a brief second. Bennett now to Kinsey in the corner for 3. Off the mark there, tipped around a couple times. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, folks. So Shenandoah with a 12-9 lead at the end of 1. We'll step aside here. Again, this will be our University Avenue Dental game break.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, welcome back again here, folks. Again, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Got a 12-9 lead here for Shenandoah as we come out here in the second quarter. Very highly competitive First quarter basketball here from Shenandoah. Again, Wapahani got off to a great start there with a 5-0 lead. And Shenandoah answered right back with a 9-0 run of their own. And then things kind of evened out once we neared the end of the first quarter there. Stanley put himself in a bad predicament there. Tipped up in the air. Kimball now the starts. Shots up, rims out, no good. Kimball with the rebound and the putback. And I'm going to say that the basketball is deflected out of bounds off of Shenandoah. Tell you what, I don't know if I'd be working the ball along the sidelines too much, especially with the way they like to trap. I would tend to go more towards the middle of the court. And now reach-in foul called here on number 12. Andrew Bennett, his first, team's second. You see Jacob Kinsey back in here for Shenandoah. Cross-court pass, Rouse from downtown, no good there. Rebounded by Jackson Campbell, and here comes Shenandoah back the other way. Kimball over to Campbell, now Kinsey. This is it down low, back up top here will go Kinsey. Kimball now for two off the mark there. Spence with the rebound, his first of the night. And a traveling violation called on Wapahani. That's already their sixth turnover here of the night. We'll see Caleb Smith back in for Wapahani and then Evan Coors. And for whatever reason here, these last, Centerville the other night, Wapahani had a little bit of a tough go of things. I think we ended up having 13 or 14 turnovers, which, hey, that's still not horribly bad. And then Shenandoah will go ahead and give it right back to us. Thank you very much. But for whatever reason here, we've been a little bit more turnover prone these last few games. But, again, like I said, 13 or 14 isn't bad. I wouldn't say it's great, but still not bad. Another dangerous pass there outside. Stanley will find loose. Stanley now looks to drive baseline. Can't get that one to go. Campbell with the hard rebound there. Koa out near half court. I'll tell you what, he got dangerously close to that line. Kimball finds Coors now to Campbell. And again, he'll get called for the travel. And we're going to have a timeout taken here by Wapahani. This will be their first charge timeout of the evening. I think we'll take a timeout right here with them. 14-9. Shenandoah leads here with 4:55 left to play here in the first half. All right, folks, welcome back here. Returning out of the timeout. We'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. I'd like to thank the Muncie Dragway, owned by Scott and Dawn Daniels. Muncie Dragway is located along State Road 67, west of Albany, Indiana. For more information and upcoming events, visit their website at www.munciedragway.com. Again, that is Muncie Dragway, family fun, an eighth mile at a time. So returning out of the timeout, it'll be Wapahani basketball. Again, we're down by 5. Found a little bit of a tough go of things here offensively. Off the mark there for Spence. Again, we've turned the ball over here in recent possessions. Some of the shots not falling for us. But, again, that's just part of the game, but you want to limit it as much as possible. That was potential travel there for Kinsey. Here's here on the left side, now down low to Starks. Looking to go to work now outside Coors for 3 again. Off the mark there, Stanley with the rebound, his second of the night. Here come the Wapahani Raiders. Smith inside for 2. A great find there by Stanley, finding Smith there for 2, his first points of the night. And so now it's within 3. Coors here on the right wing, now to Starks. Off the mark there, great defense there from Luce. And now a foul from behind. Looks to be on Starks, and indeed it will be. So that will be his first, team's third. That was very nice defense there from Drew Luce. Altered the shot, didn't give him a clean angle to the basket, which ended up working out beautifully. Spence takes it inside and somehow gets it to go. We're not surprised at all from some of the shots we've seen this week from that young man. Finagled his way inside, falling off balance. Maybe even used the left hand on that shot. I'm not quite sure. And then McCullough strikes for 3. So a 4-point lead. Handoff here to Smith. Now back up top here to Luce. Spence takes it inside again. Dumps it down low, but then finds the hands of Drew Luce. And he'll get the friendly bounce to go. You love the aggressive take there from Drew. 5 points now tonight here for him. Wapahani now, again, only down by 2 points. As we'll have a timeout taken by Shenandoah. This will again be their first charged timeout of the evening. We'll go ahead and stay right here with you. I'd like to thank University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew. Hope to solving your unrecognized dental needs with a reliable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and at cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Again, we greatly appreciate University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. So again here, folks, 2:10 left to play here in the first half. Shenandoah leads Wapahani 17-15. Great game here so far. Hopefully it just continues to get better from here, especially, most importantly, for Wapahani. McCullough here on the right side. He'll find Bennett up top, guarded heavily there by Stanley. Into the corner, Kinsey for 3. Off the mark there, Spence with a rebound, and here comes Wapahani. Motoring down for cross court. Roush for three, and it's going to be no good. Rebounded by Campbell, and off and running to Shenandoah. That was some good action there by Wapahani, though. And we're going to have a reach-in foul called here on Braxton Davis, I'm assuming. And it will be. So Davis will now pick up his first, team's fifth. Safani Buck back in the ball game here for Garrett Stanley. Kinsey here on the right wing. Takes it inside, dishes it out. Now to the corner. Bennett drives baseline. And shots up and good. So Bennett now with 4. Loose for 3. And that's going to go over the basketball goal and out of bounds. Not a horrible shot there. It's just well defended. Back over here to Kinsey. Now 35 seconds to play. Campbell, now to McCall. Starks up top, now down low, a near turnover. Starks with a shot, no good. So nicely done there by your Wapahani Raiders. Shenandoah wasted, I think, close to a little over a minute of the last part of that first half right there, and Wapahani stood their ground as it's a low-scoring affair here in this first half. 19-15. Shenandoah leads it. We'll step aside and we'll be back here with your halftime report. Coming up live here on the WHS Network.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Payne in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. Alrighty, welcome back here, folks. Again, Brandon Morvillius alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Take a look here at the University of Shenandoah game break at the half. Shenandoah with a 4-point lead over your Wapahani Raiders, 19-15. Like I said, in a very low-scoring affair to this point, both teams got off to a pretty good start. Wapahani, again, as I mentioned earlier, got out to a quick 5-0 lead. Shenandoah answered back with 9 consecutive. Then, really from there, it's been kind of a little back and forth. Not a whole lot of offense. We've had a few turnovers here and there as well. Wapahani had a little bit of a stretch there where he was turning the ball over a little bit more than probably we should have, but still we only have 6 turnovers here at the half. That's not bad. We'll take it. The first half, you're only down by 4. I'd say you're doing pretty good, especially considering Shenandoah can start lighting up the scoreboard pretty quickly there. So we're hanging right in there. We haven't probably had our overall best offensive game here so far from a shooting standpoint, but we're still moving the ball rather well. Settling for some pretty good shots. I'd just like to continue to see us be more aggressive. We've had a couple real nice reads, especially by Garrett Stanley, and getting the ball inside. Trey Spence doing the same thing. Drew Lewis, so we're seeing some guys do some pretty nice things down low. Also, Braxton Davis, Caleb Smith have been able to finish on a couple of baskets. So we're definitely trending in the right direction. Hopefully, we just continue to put it on them defensively. And then on the offensive side of the basketball, hopefully we'll start to be able to set that net on fire here a little bit for ourselves and hopefully see some shots fall and some great things happening for us. Other than that, we've like I said, we've done a very solid job. We've done a nice job of getting out on some of these shooters. They've had a few open shots, don't get me wrong. But really, for the most part, our defense has been pretty good. We've continued to contest shots real well, get a deflection here or there. Just doing anything we possibly can just to keep them off balance to where they can't get anything going. That's the name of the game defensively, and offensively. Hopefully, we'll be able to see a little bit more action from our normal crew that goes out there and lights the net there on fire. But we've seen some good action on the inside. Hopefully that continues. Kind of switch gears here a little bit. You come into tonight's game. We had the lone loss in a conference on the season to Randolph Southern. Of all teams, they haven't played necessarily all that well. But I'll tell you what, that one game, it's all it takes, folks. Just that one game. And Randolph Southern definitely had it going on in that night. But as I said, Shenandoah, perfect on the season. Yet to have a blemish on the record, at least in conference play. But we're right here within that striking distance in which Wapahani, you got to be feeling good here at the half. Might not have necessarily had it going on all cylinders from every facet of the game, but you're still keeping yourself in the ball game here, and you're in a good position to be successful. So hopefully we find the importance of that and kind of figure out what we have to do now in the second half to be able to take advantage of any opportunities that's given to us here, and hopefully great things will continue to happen. But again, from Wapahani's standpoint, you've got to like the position that you're in from the standpoint of, it could be worse. We've done a pretty good job here overall. You're only down by 4 points. Now let's crank it up a notch on both ends of the floor. Hit the ground running and hopefully look forward to a great second half of Wapahani Raider basketball. But we have roughly 3 minutes to go until the beginning of the second half. Really, to wrap things up here, we want to take a look here at the overall line scores here for both teams. First for Shenandoah. They're led here this evening so far by Evan Kors as a team-high 5 points, followed by Jacob Kinsey and Andrew Bennett with 4 points each. And then finally, Caden McCullough with 3 points, Nate Kimball with 2, and Peyton Starks with 1. Again, for a grand total of 19 first-half points. They also committed 3 turnovers. Wapahani here on the other side of things, though, was led here in the first half by Drew Luce. Again, had a team-high 5 points. Trey Spence followed right behind him with 4. Also, we'll have 3 guys with 2 points each. We have Garrett Stanley with 2 points, 2 rebounds. Caleb Smith, 2 points, no rebounds. Braxton Davis, 2 points, 1 rebound. Heffernan also with a rebound as well. And then Drew Luce, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Trey Spence with 4 points, 3 rebounds. So a very active first half of basketball here for us on the rebounding department and creating turnovers. Now hopefully that will just continue to translate into better things to come here for your Wapahani Raiders in the second half. So folks, we'll step aside. We'll be back here at the start of the third quarter momentarily live here on the WHS Network. Folks, again, welcome back to the WHS Network on YouTube.com as we get set for the third quarter of action here from Shenandoah High School in Middletown, Indiana. Again, we appreciate you all for spending some time here with us this evening on a Friday night of Indiana High School basketball. As we get things now underway here to start the second half, Shenandoah will begin things with the first possession here in the second half. Kinsey takes it inside, rolls around the rim, and no good. Tell you what, you want to talk about unfortunate luck there for that young man. Loose, ball rims in and out, and we're going to have another foul called here on Wapahani to begin this third quarter. It's going to be on Easton Heffernan, his second, team's first of the half. Tell you what, there's something about these rims. I don't know if they're new or what the case might be. We've seen it during the junior varsity game here as well tonight. A lot of shots that, well, potentially would fall, or at least have a pretty good percentage of being knocked in. Rattles in and out a lot. Just the bounce off of these rims is just a little bit different than what we normally see. So, like I said, I don't know if they're new rims that they have or what, but Coors knocks down a three-point basket there. So he now has a team-high 8 points on tonight. Again, not usually one that really lights it up on the scoreboard. Again, averages nearly 11 points a game, but if you shoot 41% from beyond the arc, that's where a good bulk of his points come from. And loose ball. A little surprised there that there was not a jump ball, but there was a timeout taken here by Shenandoah. This will be their second charge timeout of the evening. So again, we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, some more sponsors we would like to thank here this evening. Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fannin. They're located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they've been servicing the community for over 30 years. So if you have any questions or need them to take a look at your vehicle, you can contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. So again, following the timeout here, be Shenandoah basketball. They now have a 22-15 lead after the three-point basket by Evan Coors. Campbell inside, now finds McCullough. He'll step back for the three and rims out, no good. Stanley corrals the rebound. That's his third of the night. Now the foul here on number 11. Peyton Starks his second. Team's first of the half. And that's going to be out of bounds off of the hands of Trey Spence. So we got a 7-point advantage here for Shenandoah as we near the 6-minute mark in the third quarter. Coors out near the half-court line, finds McCullough. Thought about it. Now down low, Campbell. Back to McCullough again for three. And no good on the shot. And we're going to have another foul here on number 32, Easton Heffernan, his third. Team's second of the half. And so we'll see Drew Luce back in the ball game for Smith. And then Davis back in here for Heffernan. Down low, Starks. Now back to McCullough again for three, and this time knocks it through. And again, you know, now you find yourself down by 10 points. Make that 8 after the basket there from Trey Spence gives him now 6 points on the night. One thing you don't want to do, you know, you don't want to start panicking. Oh, boy, you know, now you find yourself, you know, he's only down by 4. They go on a 6-0 run. No reason to panic. Just, again, play defense, get you some stops, and get back down there on the other side of the floor and hopefully go to put the ball through the net. But it all starts here on the defensive end. You don't get stops, it's going to be hard to do much of anything after that. Nice job there by Stanley. I'll tell you what, could have got Kinsey there on the push-off. Good job there, Spence, staying right there with him. Down low, Campbell was fouled on the play. So the foul on number 10, Evan Roush. That's his first, team's third. So Campbell knocks down the first one, as we'll see Bennett back in for the Shenandoah Raiders. Come in for Kinsey.
Number 12, Andrew Bennett.
And off with a second one. And now another foul called here on Wapahani. Going to be on Garrett Stanley now, his first, team's fourth. Tell you what, for heaven's sakes. Already have 4 team fouls. We still have a long way to go here in this half. Shenandoah will be shooting free throws before you know it. Starts for 2, no good as that one was tapped in. That was a nice defensive stand there by Davis. Just the ball tipped right in there, and hey, that's all that matters. So the timeout taken here by Wapahani, their second charge timeout here of the night. We'll step aside here for a timeout of our own here. 28-17, Shenandoah leads here with 4:23 to play in the third. All right, again, 4:23 to play here in the third quarter. Wapahani now down by 11. We was down only by 4 coming into the third quarter. It was 19-15. And since then, a 9-2 run here by Shenandoah to open things up through the first 3.5 minutes in the third here gave them a nice little sizable lead. So we'll come back out of the timeout here, hopefully a little new confidence hopefully in ourselves and see what great things we can come up with. Stanley back over to Luce. Back to Stanley. Little two-man game. Luce will take it in, dumps it back out here to Buck. Now Luce in the corner. And a shot will be up, no good there. And that's going to be out of bounds off of Shenandoah. Oh, wow, they're saying that was off of Wapahani. All righty, okay, wow. Kinsey up top. He'll find Starks now at the free throw line. Handoff, a fake handoff. Takes it inside for the layup. And right now Shenandoah has got it going on. Now an 11-2 route here of Wapahani to begin this third quarter. And now Stanley will get the Raiders back on the board. Now his 4th point of the night. Campbell, Starks now out to Bennett. Coors here on the right wing. Coors will drag it back out, set things back up now over to Kinsey. Campbell here on the right side. Good job there by Safani Butt getting through both of those screens. That's going to be out of bounds off Shenandoah. So a fantastic defensive possession right there. They kept them in front of them, denied the basketball, and then forced the turnover. So he gets you a stop, he gets you a score. Gets you a stop, gets you a score, so on and so forth. Roush from downtown, we'd like to see him get going. He's yet to score in tonight's contest. Down low, Bennett will find Campbell for 2. That's a pretty nice little ball movement there by Bennett. Now a timeout taken again here by Wapahani.
30-second timeout.
Third charge timeout now of the night. So now it's just starting to be a combination, unfortunately, of a few things. Number one, the passing is starting to get a little out of hand here. Some of the ball handling decisions haven't been probably quite the best. But you got to give yourself an opportunity here. You can't allow these guys to continue to come down court, score, then turn the ball. Just some of these little things. We're a lot better than the way we've been playing here so far in this third quarter. Again, we've hung right there with them in that first half. You come out here in the second half, that should give you confidence, to be in all honesty. Yeah, considering we didn't necessarily have the best offensive first half that we've ever had. So you come out here in the second half with a little bit of confidence. But I'll tell you what, Shenandoah playing off of the excitement from their fans, and then have been able to knock down some shots. We've got to start doing much more of the same here, and hopefully turn the intensity up here on the defensive end of the floor here as well. But we've got to be looking for good shots. And hopefully some of those will start to fall. Great ball movement there by Wapahani. Get the ball inside as usual, and we're able to execute. So Spence was able to get the 2-point bucket to fall down there, but now a foul called here on Evan Roush. His second, team's fifth. Bennett looking to go to work here by himself. Campbell now up top. Good ball movement there. Bennett for three. No good. Davis corrals the rebound. Stanley takes it in, finds Davis in the corner. Off the mark there. Earlier on in the season, more than likely that shot probably would have fell, but things haven't been quite the same. Loose going coast-to-coast action there. Right at the Shenandoah defense. Well executed. So 7 points on the night here for Drew. So back up top again. 11-point ball game. Have to slow up the clock here a little bit to get back in sync. I don't know how in the world that happens, but McCullough slithers his way in there for two. Stanley for three off the mark. That will be the end of the third quarter. So a 36-23 lead here for Shenandoah after three. We'll step aside here for another break, and we'll be back here with the fourth quarter live on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Getting back here with the fourth quarter of play. Again here from Shenandoah High School in Middletown, Indiana. Again, we appreciate you all for spending some time here with us for Raider basketball, the regular season finale of the 2018-19 season. What a season it's been, and I tell you what, seems like every year keeps going faster and faster. I don't know. It just seems like it does every single year, whether it be volleyball or boys and girls basketball, whatever the case might be. But every year just goes a little bit quicker here as we are set up for sectionals to start next week. And now an offensive foul called on Trey Spence. That was a good take. That was a good take there by Trey. Nothing, not a whole lot you're going to do, I guess. That'll be his first, team sixth. McCullough from long range, no good there. And a loose ball. Jump ball possession favors Shenandoah. That was a whale of a battle down low for that basketball, for goodness sake. So Bennett to inbound. Campbell now to Starks here at the elbow. Out to Andrew Bennett for three. Just a bit off the mark there. And out of bounds. All right, fellas. Got to get it cranked up here on the offensive end. Turnover there gives us now our 10th of the night. So again, we get defensive stops, but we have been unable to convert. So on the offensive end, Stanley creates a turnover. Second turnover here in the second half for Shenandoah. 5 now for the game. Just got to keep battling. These guys continue to work hard, but we're going to have just a little bit more than hard work if we're going to win this thing. And not only that, but just get back in it. Foul called here on Starks, now his third. Team's second on the half. Inbounded Braxton Davis. A nice clean path to the basket. 4 points now for Braxton on the night. It's going to go along with 3 rebounds. Back to an 11-point lead. Got to chip away. Got to keep chipping away. Got to keep believing. Got to stay confident. Stay poised. And get after. Okay, now somebody's going to go after the basketball here. Got to put some pressure on here. Obviously, they're playing with an 11-point lead. They don't really need to score. I'm sure that it would be nice for them to, but they don't need to. McCullough for 3. So their 5th 3 of the night. Down low, Davis for 2. That's what we like to see right there. Get the post. A little work on the inside. Starks no good. Smith with the rebound. Now we've got to convert. This is where we haven't been able to convert the majority of the evening here. We've gotten a defensive stop, but we haven't necessarily translated that into some offense on the other end here. Spence now for 2, rattles in and out. That's just a tough break there for Trey. That was all but down right there. We'll keep away now from Shenandoah. McCullough again, no good. Stanley with the rebound. Man, big time push in the back, no call. Bennett with a little finesse. And Coolers will finish with a layup. All right, so another timeout taken here by Wapahani. 41-27. We'll be back here with more right after this timeout. So again, following the timeout here, folks, a 41-27 lead here for Shenandoah. Still got a little bit of time here, but not a whole lot. If we're going to get something going, we need to start doing that now. And Luce unable to get that one to go, not enough on the shot. Torres now here on the right side. Campbell trying to get big down low. And of course, we'll just drag it back out and find McCullough. Foul number 32, Heffernan, his fourth, team seventh. Shenandoah in the bonus for the rest of the ball game. Campbell knocks down the first one. 6 points down the night here for that young man. And got the second one to go as well. So the pass deflected out of bounds. Shenandoah basketball. Stanley will now come back in here for loose. And Coors just drives right inside. Really kind of uncontested right there. 12 points down the night here for Coors. Got to keep fighting the good fight here. No reason to pack up shop. Heffernan outside here. Roush for three and got it to go. So Roush now gets on the board. First points now of the night. Down low to Campbell. Back outside. McCullough for two. Knocks it down. 13 on the night here for McCullough. Getting a young man that averages right around 11 a game. 17-point lead. Back over to Rouse. He'll take it inside. Shots up. No good there. A little too much mustard on that one. Campbell along the baseline. Dribbles it back out to find McCullough. Now all the way over to Bennett. McCullough for three. Knocks another one down. So that is their sixth three of the night. Wapahani has only hit one. 1-3 on the night. And now we'll have a timeout here by Shenandoah, and we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. So again, this will be our University of Shenandoah game break. With 1:18 to play here in regulation. More sponsors we'd like to recognize. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association President Richard Morris. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyprairiealumni.com to get information on any events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also, to purchase any engraved bricks for the alumni brick walkway, you can just simply fill out a form on the homepage of the alumni website. And again, for any other information, just contact Richard Morris on Facebook. Also, we'd like to thank Tom Cherry Mufflers, located at 321 West A Street in Muncie, Indiana. Since 1946, Tom Cherry Mufflers has taken care of your exhaust, brakes, shocks, struts, as well as mufflers. So if you want the underneath of your vehicle to be looked at, make sure to stop on in there at Tom Cherry Mufflers. No appointment needed. They'll hear you coming. So following the timeout here from Shenandoah, it will be Shenandoah basketball. It's a 50-30 lead. Obviously, things were a lot better, but I'll tell you what, this second half has been brutal here for Wapahani. It has not been good at all. The offense has been nearly non-existent. It hasn't been from the lack of trying, but just I don't know, wasn't there. Then the defense, and it wasn't. We continue to work our tails off. I'll tell you that. That's one thing we continue to do, put up a fight, but just things have not worked out too good for us. So we see Blake Castor, Caleb Henderson, and Justin Ray now in the ball game for the first time of the night. Castor up top, and that's going to be a turnover. And Starks for two. Buck here on the left side. He'll find Roush now into the corner. No, that was Henderson back up top here. Roush takes it in, no good on the shot. But we'll put some seconds back up there. Foul's going to be number 21, Cameron Grady. That's his first, team's third. And the first one will be up and good. Believe it or not, this is the first free throws of the night here for Wapahani. That is mind-boggling. So I guess we were one of two. And this is going to be a 21-point victory here tonight for Shenandoah. So there you have it, folks. Final score here this evening. The Shenandoah Raiders take down your Wapahani Raiders 52-31 as Shenandoah now improves to 21-1 on the season, or now finishes, I guess, the season 21-1, and a perfect 9-0 in conference play. So Shenandoah comes up now with the MEC Conference Championship. Wapahani now falls to 15-6 to finish up the regular season 7-2 in the MEC Conference. Folks, we'll step aside for a break. We'll have our post-game report coming up here on the Raiders Live post-game after this.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
All right, welcome back here, basketball fans, with our Raiders Live post-game edition. And unfortunately, there, your Wapahani Raiders not on the smiling side of the scoreboard to wrap up the regular season. Shenandoah takes down your Wapahani Raiders 52-31. So now Wapahani finishes with a regular season record of 15-6 and 7-2 in the MEC, while Shenandoah finishes up at 21-1 and 9-0 in conference play. So the best of luck for Shenandoah the rest of the way there for them. Wapahani here on the other side of things just couldn't get it going. I don't know how to really explain it. The offense was not there at all this entire ball game. I think that was actually a season low in points scored here for Wapahani this evening, 31. So I don't know. I don't really know what to make of that. We still went out there. We played hard. That wasn't a problem. But just offensively, I don't know. Just couldn't get anything going. Then the defense started faltering because I think we were starting to put more pressure on ourselves to score offensively, and we couldn't keep up. And it was just, we was focusing maybe on one a little bit more than the other, and then they both kind of just fell apart. But like I said, we continue to work hard. We kept ourselves in it. I think for the longest time there, we was only down by, close to 11, 13, 14 points. So, we still kept it within a decent striking distance there, but things just continue to get a little out of hand in the end, and that's unfortunately the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak, if we're going to go with that cliche way of things. But still a fantastic regular season. Now you go into sectionals next week, and hopefully we'll be upbeat and energetic and confident, and be ready to play, because it's going to take our very, very best effort to get the job done coming up in the state tournament, because it is win or go home. Got to give it your best effort, give it your best shot, and hopefully bring out your best skills for the entirety of the state basketball tournament. Overall line score this evening, folks. Wapahani was led here tonight by Trey Spence, had a team-high 8 points, 4 rebounds. Drew Luce with 7 points, 3 rebounds. Braxton Davis, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Garrett Stanley, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Evan Roush, 4 points, no rebounds. And then finally here, Caleb Smith, 2 points and a rebound, and Easton Heffernan, 0 points and 1 rebound, again for a grand total of 31 points scored here for Wapahani. We were 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 50%, and we also committed 12 turnovers, so 6 in each half. So, like I said, we'll wait to see what happens. This is a part of the season now where, as I mentioned just moments ago, we have to have our very best. And, unfortunate game like this, but you use it as a learning mechanism. Get better, and hopefully we'll be better at it come next week, folks. So we appreciate you all for joining us again here this evening for Raider basketball here for the regular season finale. We appreciate all of our sponsors. And until Tuesday night, folks, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, thank all of you for watching. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time right here on the WHS Network.